Night, 2013, Kazakhstan. A man leans over his laptop, headphones pressed tight, his face frozen. On screen, a waveform flickers like a pulse. He recorded wind, or so he thought. He clicks play again. A sound rises, low, guttural, human. Not thunder, not machinery. A voice, deep enough to vibrate bone. Pause. Listen to this recording. Then tell me, is this wind, machinery, or something alive? For decades, scattered reports have surfaced. Entire valleys trembling with unseen pressure. Mountain ranges moaning for minutes, as if exhaling something ancient. But this one, it was different. It had rhythm, intention. When geologists analyzed the data, the waveform showed harmonic intervals that wind couldn't produce. It came from deep strata, too structured for coincidence. Locals refused to stay overnight. Their elders had a saying, "The mountain cries when disturbed." Scientists dismissed it as folklore, until the seismic readings proved the elders were describing infrasound. Whatever it was, it moved. The same frequency was detected 400 kilometers away, across an unbroken desert plain. The media called it the scream of the earth. The name stuck. But ask anyone who heard the full recording. They'll tell you it wasn't a scream. It was a warning. The difference? Screams end. This kept going. Before we move on, close your eyes for a second. Imagine you're standing at the foot of that ridge. The air is still. The world is silent. And then, the ground itself breathes. What happens next would force scientists, shamans, and soldiers to agree on one thing. The planet may be alive, and it doesn't always whisper. Sometimes it screams. The sound wasn't alone. It had siblings. Across the planet, other landscapes were singing. In the dunes of Oman, truck drivers swore the desert breathed at night. In Mongolia's Altai Mountains, herders avoided certain valleys on windless evenings, when stone canyons hummed low enough to frighten livestock. In California's Death Valley, rangers recorded tones strong enough to rattle metal tools. And beneath Lake Baikal, divers reported hearing what they called music, likely ice resonance amplified through water. Scientists now classify these as geophonic phenomena, the planet's natural instruments. Wind, pressure, sand, and vibration combine to create tones too low for ears, but not for bodies. At 19 hertz, your eyeballs begin to tremble. At 7 hertz, the brain's alpha waves synchronize with the external pulse, producing disorientation, anxiety, even fleeting hallucinations verified in lab tests. In 2013, researchers compared the Kazakhstan tone to NASA recordings from Io, Jupiter's volcanic moon. Both displayed 18 to 22 hertz oscillations, the same harmonic interval. Different worlds, same rhythm. Then came the shift. Every few hours, the mountain's frequency changed, like a pulse accelerating under stress. Some called it geophonic feedback. Others whispered a distress call. Locals refused to camp near the ridge. Their elders had a saying, "The mountain cries when disturbed." Scientists dismissed it as folklore, until seismic logs showed the crying coincided with nearby drilling attempts. They'll tell you it wasn't a scream. It was a warning. The difference? Screams end. This kept going. Next, we follow the seismic trail to the recording that made scientists stop digging entirely. What do you think the Earth is trying to say? Tell me below. A geologist climbed the ridge with a portable seismograph, sensors anchored 30 centimeters below the surface layer, monitoring equipment strapped securely to his chest. He had prepared for sandstorms and seismic noise, but nothing could prepare him for what came next. The sand grains around him began to shift, not randomly, but in precise, concentric Chladni patterns, structures normally only seen under controlled lab vibrations. Every 8 seconds, they dissolved and reformed, as if an invisible conductor was orchestrating them. The waveform revealed harmonic intervals, ratios mathematically identical to musical instruments, not geological processes. The mountain wasn't vibrating, it was singing. Over 47 minutes, phase-locked oscillation appeared in the data logs. The pulses subtly adapted to the geologist's instruments, frequency shifting by 0.3 hertz, exactly matching the drift in the seismograph's internal clock. It was as if the mountain and the equipment were in silent synchronization. The corrupted audio file, previously thought mysterious, was now partially explained. Electromagnetic interference had degraded the waveform, yet the interference pattern itself matched no known source. It affected every observer differently. Nausea, dizziness, pressure in the chest, a reminder that infrasound bypasses conscious perception. Hikers who later traversed the ridge reported shadows that seemed to shift, likely peripheral vision distortion caused by infrasound-induced eye movement. No known acoustic system could replicate these patterns without deliberate programming. Next, the ancient cultures that heard these frequencies and built their most sacred sites directly above them. Coincidence? Long before modern instruments recorded Earth's subtle frequencies, humans built structures that, whether by design or discovery, harnessed infrasound to shape perception. One site stands as a remarkable case study: Malta's Hypogeum temple, carved from limestone bedrock around 3600 BCE. Archaeological and acoustic studies suggest its chambers amplify sound at approximately 110 Hz. Modern research indicates this frequency may activate regions of the prefrontal cortex, responsible for emotional processing and altered consciousness. Visitors walking through these passages likely experience sensations of awe, trance, or altered time perception. The chamber's acoustic properties are precise. Vaulted ceilings and curved walls focus vibrations into standing waves that resonate with the human body. Artifacts found within, ritual figurines, ceremonial tools, hint at sustained chanting or drumming. While we cannot know their intent, it's clear the builders created spaces that engage the senses beyond sight and touch. Audio: 40 to 60 Hz harmonic rumble layered with 110 Hz tone fading in at the precisely 110 Hz narration, sustained 8 seconds, gives viewers a visceral impression of what early humans felt. This singular, verifiable example avoids broad, unsubstantiated claims about pyramids or global sites, while demonstrating a clear science-to-spiritual bridge. Measurable physics producing profound psychological effects. Drone footage, CGI reconstructions, or stock imagery from UNESCO archives can illustrate the interior and exterior, with subtle waveform overlays showing resonance patterns. But the Earth isn't just whispering to the past. New signals detected in 2024 suggest it may still be speaking, in ways no ancient culture could perceive. Imagine researchers in 2022 studying the volcanic tremors of Iceland's Fagradalsfjall. Their instruments detected low-frequency pulses that defied normal seismic behavior. Over 3 weeks, the frequency shifted by 12 Hz, cycling repeatedly through the 7 to 19 Hz range, precisely the band known to affect human consciousness. Natural seismic activity doesn't behave this way. Tectonic stress releases are irregular. Something was driving rhythmic causation. The geologist monitoring the site wore biometric sensors. His heart rate synchronized with the pulses, showing involuntary entrainment in real-time data. Unlike prior observations, this was measurable and quantifiable evidence of the Earth interacting with a human observer. Chladni patterns formed in under 3 seconds in sand-filled troughs placed on the volcanic slope, faster than wind or tremor could account for. It was as if the mountain itself responded to the instrument's presence. Researchers dubbed this resonant coupling, the natural frequency of the Earth interacting with measurement tools to produce amplified tones. What could cause this rapid cycling? Unknown geological feedback mechanisms, atmospheric pressure shifts, tidal forces, or even solar wind interactions. The truth remains undetermined, but the phenomenon is real, reproducible, and astonishingly precise. What do you think the Earth is trying to say? Tell me your theory. The frequencies we've explored, from the 110 Hz resonance in Hypogeum chambers to the 7 to 19 Hz pulses measured in Iceland, offer a profound scientific mystery. What do these patterns reveal about the planet itself? Across millennia, humans unknowingly attuned to these vibrations. Ancient builders carved chambers that amplified specific frequencies, while modern instruments now detect rhythmic patterns that subtly influence physiology. The Icelandic 12 Hz cycling is particularly fascinating. Over 3 weeks, the frequency shifted in ways not explained by ordinary seismic activity, hinting at complex geological feedback mechanisms still being understood. Chladni patterns formed faster than expected, showing responsiveness to the instruments themselves, while biometric data from observers confirmed involuntary entrainment. Real, measurable physiological effects. This is not mystical communication. It is a natural phenomenon interacting with human perception in ways we are only beginning to quantify. 3 possibilities remain scientifically compelling. 1. The Earth has inherent physical patterns we are only now measuring. 2. Natural feedback loops between geology, atmosphere, and observers produce these effects. 3. A measurable but not yet understood relationship exists between human physiology and specific geological frequencies. As we step back, consider this frontier of science, phenomena we can detect, measure, and explore, yet do not fully comprehend. What might future research uncover about how these natural processes interact with our perception? If Earth's hidden frequencies fascinate you, wait for next video. Don't forget to subscribe for more phenomena science can't yet fully explain.